What's up, everyone? This is System Effect. Earlier today, Bethesda released a trailer slash sneak preview of the upcoming Elder Scrolls Online game, which is going to be coming out sometime next year. Here it is. Looks pretty sweet. Kind of following this since earlier this year when Game Informer had their little article about it. Um, been pretty interested in it because it combines two of my favorite things. I love the Elder Scrolls series, mostly the open worldness and the ability to customize yourself, do pretty much whatever you want. I've always loved that, and I love online games. I love MMOs. So it's a pretty good combination. I'm kind of skeptical though because I usually get my hopes up for these types of games, and then ultimately they never live up to what I'm expecting. And especially for a title like this, where I would really love it to be open world. One of the things I love about the Elder Scrolls series is the ability to just go around exploring and see all these cool places. But I'm always disappointed by how small they actually are in the game, and I know that both Oblivion and Skyrim are actually huge. But I mean, I would love for them to be even bigger, and I hate being limited to just one province. So I've always wanted to go down, travel down the deserts of elsewhere, or go to the Black Marsh. And it looks like with this game you'll actually be able to do that. Now you might notice if you actually have already watched the video that they released, I've cut quite a bit out. I've cut all the directors' interviews parts out. If you want to see it in whole, I'll be posting the link to it in the description here. I just wanted to kind of show the actual footage that they're showing, which looks really good. I know you can't judge too much by these movies, these trailers that they release, but looking at it, it looks great. And so if you have a pretty good computer, you should be expecting something like this. So yeah, like I was saying, I was really hoping that it'd be very open world. And one of the things the developers talk about in this game, or in this video, is that a lot of stuff is going to be exploration driven, which to me sounds exciting. I think if any game's going to be like that, this is definitely the world to do it in. However, in a different place online a couple days ago, I read that this game will in fact be a theme park MMO, which I hate the word theme park MMO. It's one thing that drove me nuts about SWTOR, was that it was just so limited as far as where you could go, and you're just guided along this path that they choose for you, and I hate that. So I really hope that that's not true. I understand that they probably can't make it super open world, but still, I would really love to be able to go off and explore on my own and not really, I wouldn't really mind not running into anyone else if I'm going out there. And a lot of people complain about open games and that you just run around, there's nothing to do. They don't like running far from one end to the other. But that's one of the things I really like, and to me it builds the kind of realism of the world. I remember playing the original EverQuest. If anyone played it, to cross continents, you'd actually have to sit there and wait for the boat to get there, and it was on a schedule. Then you get on the boat, and you'd sit on the boat for half an hour, and then go. And I mean, to get from one end of the game to the other would take hours, and yeah, that was just great. Unless you had a teleporter, you were going to take hours to go across, and I loved that aspect of the game. They eventually took it out, and since then I haven't seen anything like that in an MMO. I'm guessing that they'll have some form of fast travel in this game, which is fine. I mean, especially with a lot of raids going on and all that, you kind of have to. So one thing from the games that they seem to be keeping is that although there are some starting classes, you can really customize it in the same way as Skyrim and Oblivion, in which you're not limited to, like, for instance, if you're a mage, you're not limited to cloth and using a staff. You can be a mage and use a two-handed weapon. You can be a mage who use plate armor. You don't have to follow those conventions, which I really liked. When I played SWTOR, I played the Scoundrel, which is the stealthy rogue healer. That's the type of Scoundrel I played, and I loved that combination. You can do that here. You can make any combination you want. wear any armor you want, use any weapons you want, and that's really amazing. I really love that. It also looks like most of the combat styles are back from the other games. You'll be able to block, and you'll have power attacks. Sneaking is back in there. It looks like everything is the same. It should. I'm hoping it plays just like the other Elder Scrolls games, and just that you can play with your friends. That'd be really cool. Another thing that I'm really excited about. I used to play Dark Age of Camelot a lot, and I loved the PvP in that game. One thing that they got right, which some other games have mimicked and others haven't really caught on, is the whole 3-faction thing. 3 factions is definitely the way to go for PvP. It helps balance things out, and that is one of the reasons why SWTOR lost interest. I lost interest in SWTOR, I should say, as well as my guild, because on our server, the Republic was just outnumbered by Empire so much, and there was just no getting around it. We tried to encourage the Empire to switch over, but of course they wouldn't. But if there's a 3rd faction, then the 2 lesser factions can always team up, and that's something that happened in Dark Age all the time. So I'm glad to see that they went with the 3 faction here. I like the alliances, the 3 of them that they've picked out. They all look great. Personally, I'm interested in both the the Daggerfall Alliance and the Ebon Pact. Should be interesting. But yeah, so with the PvP here, it should be a sort of the battleground of Cyrodiil, as they showed in that map, and you'll be taking over objectives there. From the looks of it, it looks like you'll be taking over maybe some of the towns that you see in Oblivion, which is kind of cool. So I like that. I'm really hoping, in addition, of course they're going to have dungeon raiding and all that kind of stuff. That I'm not really expecting anything new. What I'm hoping they do is do the sort of Darkness Fall things that Dark Age of Camelot had, where you through PvP you gain access to this dungeon of Darkness Falls, and then get there's a lot of cool stuff to get there. So I'm hoping they have something like that, because one of my favorite parts of that was actually, once you take it over, rushing into the dungeon and killing all the people while they're still there. So yeah, the video looks pretty promising. Everything looks good. I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint too much. It's going to disappoint a little bit, but I think it looks good, and I'll be looking forward to the next few videos that they'll be posting when they get into a bit more specifics. But yeah, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that, and yeah, go check it out for yourself. The link's in the description if you haven't seen it. Alright, have a good one.